So you've been looking at online Montessori programs, right? And you're probably asking yourself that one big question. Can this really get me a job in a real classroom? Well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break down what it actually takes to turn that online certificate into a fulfilling, hands-on teaching career.
Okay, let's just cut right to the chase, shall we? This is the question that really matters. You're thinking about investing your time, your money, and, let's be honest, your heart into this, so you need to know, will it actually lead to a job? It's the most practical question there is, and it's exactly what we're going to tackle.
And the honest answer isn't a simple yes or a simple no. It's more of a yes, but. And that but is everything. Your success, your ability to land that job, really hinges on the choices you make before you ever click that enroll button. So let's unpack that.
To really understand this, we've got to put ourselves in the shoes of a school director for a minute. Imagine you're the one doing the hiring. What are you really looking for when a resume with an online program lands on your desk? I'll give you a hint. It's about way more than just a piece of paper.
First things first, and this is probably the most critical part, accreditation. Think of it like a seal of quality. An accredited program is telling employers that your training meets a very high, globally recognized standard. Now, you're going to see unaccredited courses out there, and yeah, they might seem cheaper or more flexible, but here's the danger. You run a very real risk that schools simply won't recognize it, which could make it a much more costly mistake in the long run.
A hiring manager basically has a mental checklist. They're scanning for those gold standard accreditations, names like APTTI, AMI, or AMS. They're looking for a program with a solid reputation and a serious curriculum. But the one thing they have to see, the absolute deal breaker, is proof of a hands-on, in-person practicum. That part is totally non-negotiable.
And this quote from a school director just says it all, doesn't it? The certificate gets your foot in the door. It gets you the interview. But it's your actual experience, your ability to connect with children in a classroom that lands you the job. And that's exactly where your practicum comes in.
Which brings us to a super important point that a lot of people misunderstand. Any legitimate online Montessori program isn't really 100% online. It's actually a hybrid. It's a blend of online learning with a vital, real-world component.
And that component is the practicum. We're talking about hundreds of hours of supervised student teaching in an actual Montessori classroom. This is not just some little add-on. It is the absolute centerpiece of your training. It's where all that philosophy you learned online gets put into practice with real, live children. You can really think of the practicum as your audition. It's where you build the muscle memory of being a Montessori guide. It's where you prove to future employers that you don't just know the theory, you can actually bring the method to life for children.
Okay, so let's say you've picked a great accredited program and you're ready for your practicum. What's next? Because getting that first job is just the beginning. Let's take a look at the long-term career path that can open up for you.
This shows a really common and fulfilling career trajectory. You'll likely start as an assistant teacher, which is fantastic because you get to learn the ropes from a mentor. After a few years, you'll be ready to step into a lead teacher role and run your own classroom. And from there, the possibilities are huge. You could become a school administrator, a mentor, or even a teacher trainer yourself.
Knowing the path is one thing, but walking it successfully is another. It can be a competitive job market, so you need to stand out. Let's talk about some real strategies that will make you the candidate that schools are really excited to hire.
Here are 3 actionable things you can do. First, build a professional portfolio. This is your tangible proof of what you can do. Fill it with photos of materials you've made, detailed lesson plans, your observations. Second, network. Don't wait until you're about to graduate. Visit local schools, ask to observe, introduce yourself to directors, make those connections early. And third, perfect your why. You need to be able to passionately and clearly explain why you chose this path.
So let's circle all the way back to our original question. Can you get a teaching job after an online Montessori course? The answer is a resounding yes, if you choose the right accredited program, if you embrace the practicum, and if you prepare strategically for your job search.
So the path is there. It's clear. It takes research, it takes dedication, and a real commitment to the child. The question isn't whether it's possible. We know it is. The real question is for you. Now that you know the way, where will you begin?